Hey YouTube, this is Gracie and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be turning this miniature globe that I got from Pier 1 a very long time ago when I used to work there. I'm going to be turning it into a Deathly Hallows inspired globe from Harry Potter because when I saw this thing, I instantly thought of the Deathly Hallows. I mean, you've got your triangle here, the wand, the circle, so therefore you have your Invisibility Cloak, your Elder Wand, and your Resurrection Stone. I figure what I'll be doing here is painting possibly 4 sides of this globe to represent each Hallow. So the Resurrection Stone, the Cloak, and the Wand, and then possibly even a quote. Now I did some sketching here, and I've come up with some of these that I referenced from Google Images. I may be doing the ring along with the Resurrection Stone. I'm not sure. I may just be doing the Resurrection Stone depending on how much space I have. Then of course we have the Invisibility Cloak. Let me bring this closer. The Invisibility Cloak, the Elder Wand, and then the infamous quote. Again, this is just a sketch. It's very bad. But basically it'll say, "Together they make one Master of Death," which is a very popular quote from the movies. And I figure that's what we'll be doing. Hopefully it'll all come together in the end. But as you know, if any people are watching consistently, any of my videos consistently, you'll know that I kind of just wing it and see how it goes. So the very first thing I'll be doing is painting the globe black. Just again, my Craft Smart acrylic paint. But I also think I might be like doing an ombre effect. So gray on the bottom and the top, and then ombre effect into the middle where the middle will all be black. So we'll see how that goes, but first things first, I'm going to paint the entire globe black. The gray ombreing into the black in the center here. It's hard to see on camera, but basically there's the gray on top, and then I had it kind of just brushed out in random strokes there. I thought that looked pretty cool, very distressed looking. Some of this paper is coming up, so I think I'm going to add some glue here just to make sure it doesn't tear away eventually. Now the next step is to section it off into 4 parts and then start sketching with some pencil, possibly all of the images that I want to put on here. So here is my first section that I'm going to start sketching, and I think I'm going to go for the Invisibility Cloak first, and I'm trying to keep it relatively small and keeping it within about these little panels here. I don't know if you can see that. Basically the way that the paper strips are glued down for the globe, it creates these lines. So I'm hoping to make it stay within this little area. So let's go for it. Finished sketching out all of the little images, and it's hard to tell, but as I angle it you can kind of see where the pencil markings are. So this is going to be the Cloak of Invisibility, then we go to the Resurrection Stone, then we have the Wand, and then obviously we'll be adding, you know, lots of detail. And then here's my favorite part so far, and once I get it all perfected it will look even better, and then of course paint it on. So I used this stamp set that I had as reference, but obviously you can look an image up online for the banner itself if you're wanting to do this. Still have to glue down these little pieces of paper still, but other than that, so far so good. Going to be gluing that down next and then starting the fun part, which is painting all of the fun colors. Okay, so I am going to attempt to paint the Cloak of Invisibility using some purple, blue, and a little bit of red, and these are the colors here: violet, peacock blue, and just red, all from Craftsmart, just over at Michael's. Easy peasy. So I think my technique is going to be painting all of the inside purple and then doing a little bit of like blotting with the other two colors, and then hopefully going through and outlining this all in either silver or gold. See, in my head it makes sense to have invisibility be silver, but there is some gold in the cloak from the movie, so maybe I should be doing it in gold. I'm not sure. We'll see how it looks in the end, what colors pop out to me the most. Now, if you are enjoying this globe painting job, I also have another globe painting video where I recreated a Death Star globe from, again, another little miniature globe I got from Pier 1 Imports when I used to work there, and finally got around to painting that as well. I'll leave a little link to that video at the top here, so you can click on that and watch that if you're interested in something Star Wars related. But yeah, it looks like this is working out so far. It is really dark. I don't know if it's dark on the camera, but it's really dark in person. But even in the movie, it's very dark, so I'm not worried about it so far. So I'm just going to keep painting it this way. And then I'll just be layering paints on top of it until it looks about right. But so far, I'm kind of happy with it. It almost looks invisible. It's a little see-through, this paint job, so we'll just keep building on this color and keep going. But I wanted to ask you guys if you could have any of these Hallows, the cloak, the stone, or, sorry, I'm also trying to concentrate, or the wand, what would you want? I feel like most people don't go for the wand anymore. I think that's like a common thing. People mostly go for either the cloak or the resurrection stone for whatever reason. I would definitely go for the invisibility cloak. You could do so many fun things if you were invisible, like, I don't know, sneak into Disneyland. My mind always goes back to Disney, but yeah, I think it would be super cool to just have this and walk around and no one see you, and you just, I mean, not that I would do anything wrong, of course, but you know, it'd be fun to just do things without anyone knowing you're there. Again, nothing wrong, nothing creepy, but it would be kind of fun. Get up to some mischief. Some healthy, good mischief that doesn't get you into trouble. So I'm just going to go ahead and keep doing this, but let me know in the comment section down below which of the Hallows you would choose if you could, and why. Tell me why you would choose each one. Okay, so I've done a couple more layers of the purple, and I was just about to put on white instead and then paint the purple on top of the white, but I thought, you know, let's just try putting some of that blue in there. The camera's really, again, not picking it up very well, but it actually brought out some of the cool purple and blended really well. So I think I'm going to continue on. I'm going to push on just a little bit further, add some more of these blue touches. I'm trying to make it look as like crushed velvet like it does in the movie. And then once I put the outline in there, I'm hoping that that will change a lot of it too. And then adding some little tiny stars and stuff like the cloak in the movie as well. So I'm just going to keep going with this. have finished the Cloak of Invisibility. All I have to do now is add the little sparkles of magic and stars and stuff around it, just like my reference photo. But I'm quite happy with it. I stuck it out. I wasn't sure. I was getting a little frustrated that the purple wasn't showing up, but just did different hues of it, added more blue to it, and then in these little spots here, I just added a little bit of white with the purple, so it was a lighter purple. And then added some little specks of gold, little bits of copper even, some red in there, and then lighter blues, the blue mixed with the white. And I literally just kept dabbing the paintbrush in the paint and then kind of blotting it. And this is pretty much how it turned out. And then I outlined it in silver paint, so it has a nice shine to it. I left the inside of it invisible. I was going to paint it, but I actually kind of like the idea of it being half invisible already on here. So, and then I was watching the Sorcerer's Stone, and every time he flipped it around, the inside was always invisible. So that's why I wanted to keep that the way it was. So we will be moving on to the Resurrection Stone. I wanted to point out very quickly that I did change the design that I originally had for the Resurrection Stone. I wanted to go with something more appealing and something more instantly recognizable. The original image I had was obviously on the ring, so it was a little distorted for the shape and at the angle it was at anyway. So this is what I'm doing, and I'm going to start painting it now. So I think I am done with the Resurrection Stone. I added some shading in there so it looks like the light source is coming from this angle here. And that will be all done for that. The next thing is the Elder Wand here. It's kind of hard to see, but I have finished the Elder Wand, and I even put in the little details here on that little section. And yeah, this is definitely my least favorite picture here. Definitely the Invisibility Cloak is my favorite. It's the most fun to paint. But otherwise, it's my first time painting it. So, and I'm definitely not a painter. So I think it turned out okay for what it is. And once I put all the little doodads, it'll look even better, I hope. Last thing to paint is the quote here. Finally finished the banner, and now it says together they make one master of death. And I quite like how this one turned out. The shading and stuff turned out pretty good. And now I get to add all of the magic sparkles throughout the whole globe. So before I put all of the little magic stars and glittery pixie stuff, I'm actually going to put some like magical sparks coming out of the Elder Wand, and I'm using I think it's a copper color, and I'm going to just kind of do little strokes here. Hopefully this turns out, because if not, it's going to be hard to cover up. Beep, 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 beep. So I hope you guys have been enjoying this video. It's been a lot of fun to make. I've been wanting to paint this globe for a really long time, and by a really long time I mean like years. So I've been really enjoying this process. I've been watching Harry Potter. Obviously you guys don't hear that on your side, but it's been a lot of fun. Been really enjoying it, and I hope you guys have been too. So just a little bit of magic there. Beep, beep, beep. Good to go. Maybe just some extra little sparks. I don't know, what spell would this be? Maybe Lumos? Who knows? Okay, so now we're gonna go through and add all of the little stars and everything. And again, I got this idea off of a reference photo of the Invisibility Cloak. So I'm just gonna do that whole thing all over the globe. And we'll go ahead and start with the Invisibility Cloak. So I have a couple of options. I'm going to start with a little paintbrush with some white paint, but I also have some paint pens here that I'm gonna try and see if that will be quicker and easier. And let me get my reference photo just because I wanted it in specific spots here because I liked how it looked on there. So without covering up too much of the cloak, because like I said, I like how it turned out. So let's just kind of go in with some cool little stars, some magic. Yay! So I'm just going to be doing that all over the globe. And I think, unfortunately, this is turning out pretty good, and that means I'm going to have to take some more time doing all of this. I was kind of hoping that the pen would be like a better option. So let's go ahead and try that real quick, just to see what that would look like. Give it a little shake. And a couple little pushes here. This might be good for like the little dots. Let's put this over here. Let's see, we're gonna have a little boop. The final product, everyone. It turned out pretty good. I'm very excited about it. Can't wait to put it up. And of course, I had to put this tag back on that says notice for decorative use only. This globe is not intended for educational purposes. I just think that's super funny, especially on something like this. I left it on my Death Star globe as well, just because I think it's super silly. But here is the final product. I hope you guys liked today's video. If you did, you know what to do. Give it a thumbs up, hit subscribe, because I'm trying my hardest to get to 100 subscribers. And I'm about 15 short, so help me out, guys, and please subscribe. And I'll see you next time for next week's video. Hope you have a great day. See you later. Bye.